Joanne, and I'm here with Mozzie. I know it's been a long time since you've seen a video from me, but Mozzie and I wanted to pop on here and wish you a very happy new year. We've had a lot going on, and I've been working on some things that I'd like to share with you. A couple of journals and a December daily that's just, I've about halfway through it, but I thought I'd give you a quick look anyway. And so let me show you what's been going on. So before we get started with me showing you what I've been working on, I feel like I owe you a bit of an update on what's been going on. So the reason I disappeared suddenly over a year ago was in November, Jesse was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And he subsequently had a couple of strokes not long after that diagnosis. He ended up dying in January, early January, January 5th. And it just really devastated me. After being married for 42 years, I just lost my best friend. And so it took a while for me to even think about crafting. I completely stopped for about, I think, 9 months. I just didn't even do anything. I couldn't go into my craft studio. I couldn't do anything. The crafty part of my brain just was gone. It didn't exist. And so that's why I haven't been on here. I haven't even been on social media much until the last few months, where I finally felt like I wanted to try crafting. The one thing I did do that was very helpful in working through the grief was I did morning pages. And Julia Cameron, of course, is the originator of morning pages. And all I did was grab a composition notebook and I started writing. I did it first thing in the morning, as soon as I got up, and I just wrote. And this was an incredible help in getting through the grief. And well, as you can see, I wrote page after page after page. And after I was writing on this, I never wanted to go back and read it again. And so when I really started feeling crafty again, what I started to do was go over those pages with collage, just like this. And so I sort of obliterated them in a way that I didn't have to look at the data anymore, but the grieving part of it. But I was able to just put collage on here and just cover things up. And that was really beneficial for me. But since that time, I've gone into my craft room. It was sort of frozen in time from a year ago. It was a mess because that's when artist trading coins were coming about, and I just finished the Christmas video for them, and everything. My room is in a complete state of disarray. But I'm back in my room now, and I have been doing some journaling. So I want you to just see what's been going on. So let's take a look. Okay, this is just a quick little journal that I want to show you that I made. I made it for a gift for a coworker, and it started out as a composition notebook. And I chose this because she uses composition notebooks all the time at work. She writes in them. So I just wanted to make her kind of a pretty journal. And this is nothing exceptional. I'm sure you've seen these kind of things before, but I just want to show you how you can dress up just a plain composition notebook. So I just added paper on the front, and then some washi tape on the spine, and then paper on the back. And then inside, what I did was just put a piece of paper down, and then a pocket, and I made the pocket so that it goes the full width, by putting a 1/2 inch gutter on either side, so there's that. And then on the back, I also put a pocket, and this was, I did in the horizontal, or the vertical, I mean, and it was twofold. It helped cover this. I had to, you put a grommet in, and then you string your elastic through there, and then I cut a 1-inch circle out of cardstock and just glue, and then put a little tiny hole so I could pull these up the elastic up into it so it wouldn't pull back through the hole. And that's it. Super simple. And then I personalized it with her initials down here. And I think it's something that she'll enjoy using, and it was super simple and fun to make, but personalized for her, and something I think she'll enjoy. The other thing is, this is the journal I've been working in, and I know this is really different. It's not a magazine journal. This was a journal that I made out of an old book. You can see I haven't even finished decorating the cover. And what I did was, whoops, upside down. This is not connected to the front. It's free floating. And the reason I like this is because it will lie flat all the time. So you don't have, usually you take your fly sheet here and you glue that down, and then, you know, it makes it a little bit hard to work in. And so this has 5 signatures in it. And it was fun to make, easy to make. And I'll give you a quick look through it. So, of course, the first spread is going to be about Jessie and getting back into journaling. And so that's what this is about. And when I made this, I made it like a junk journal. So I just took a bunch of papers and put them together, and then all different kinds of sizes as well, so that I would have, you know, different things to work on. And so more than anything, there's nothing new or spectacular in here. I just, you know, have little pockets and things like that, flips, just like we do in our journals. But it's been fun to work in. And again, just some little pockets that I made out of pictures. This is a little saying that we have on our back door going out to the garage, so it's the last thing you see when you leave. It's just a little vinyl piece that you can put on the door, a vinyl sticker. And then again, just more things like this. And more than talking anything specifically about what's in here, I'm just going to show you just a quick flip through. And you can add in your flips just like you do in your other journals, which I've done. I just put clear Scotch tape over to add them in, so you can't see how I added them. And this has just been really fun, just starting this, and didn't even necessarily go in order. Like I have many photos that I'm starting to incorporate into my journal. And so I print them out, and then I may not put them in order, and that's pretty much where I left off. I have this new printer, which I really, really love. It's a Canon Ivy, and it puts out these little pictures like this. In fact, I've been using them all through, like here and here. And, you know, they're not great quality, but they're enough to help you remember. And they're pretty good quality for the size. And I love this thing. So that's what I've been using now to incorporate into my journals. And then I move into the, you know, here's the other signatures. I'll just show you the types of, you know, just these are how the papers start. And I may end up covering them or may not. It just depends. So I have plenty of things to fill this up. And then here's where I started my December daily. And I just wanted to record some things in here. So here's just a few of the pictures from the December daily. You know how I always use rabbits when I have a haircut, and Allison sent me some pictures of rabbits that I've been incorporating into the journaling because I still like to use that for a hair, H-A-R-E, cut. And then that's kind of where I've gotten on the December daily, but I have a huge amount of ephemera and pictures that I'm going to put in. So it's just a matter of gluing them in, and it doesn't take much time. So I will be putting those in. But again, you can see that I've got just coffee dyed paper in here, some paper from Daphne's Diary, and just various scrapbook paper, etc. And so it just gives you an idea of the things that I'll be working with throughout the year. And it's just a change, just a little bit different from the magazine journals, but I love the way it lies flat and you can easily work on it. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, and it's been keeping me busy. It's helping me work through the grief, and I'm doing pretty well. So I think that's it as far as what my journal looks like. So the other thing that I've been doing in addition to the journaling is I've started cross-stitching again. I used to love to cross-stitch, but it was it was probably 30 years ago at least that I was doing it. And at that time, Precious Moment designs were really popular, so that kind of gives you an idea. But since that time, cross-stitch has grown. There's a whole community called FlossTube on YouTube. And when I started thinking about crafting again, I found these FlossTube videos, and I really wanted something that I could do at night while I was sitting down here watching TV. And so I started looking at these floss tubes, and they totally inspired me. So I have another channel called Crafty Hodges Stitches, and I'll leave a link to it below if you want to take a look at it. I've only made one floss tube video, but I will probably be making videos on that channel as well. So I'm not, I'm going to divide my time up, and I'm still working, so I'm not sure how much time I'll have, but I will be dividing my time up between those two channels. But if you haven't looked back into the world of cross-stitch in a long time, check out FlossTube. Man, there's some wonderful things on there, and all different kinds of designs. I just happen to really love samplers, but there's a world out there just open for all kinds of creativity. So anyway, I wanted to let you know about that. I really owe all of you a tremendous thank you for sticking with me. So many of you reached out to make sure I was doing okay. I cannot thank you enough. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.